Well, we have returned with Animorphs.
Yes, today we're covering number 23, The Pretender, and number 24, The Suspicion.
Ooh, one of them I love and the other book I despise.
Yeah, number 23, The Pretender. That's the first one we'll be discussing, aka Tobias finds out Alfangor is his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of difficult time remembering this one. So as you guys talked about it,
There
should
was
come
this
back to me.
the Yerks were looking for Tobias through this lawyer because of the fact that Alfangor's will had been released by the controller lawyer, and Visitor 3 was pretending to be his cousin to
Mm-hmm.
check to see if he was affiliated with the quote unquote Android bandits. And
Yes.
Yeah.
there's a young Hork-Bajir on the loose.
Uh-huh. A midget, as they say. A midget with spikes. All right.
Yeah, I've
Our
always loved
lesson.
that little hidden valley with the Hork-Bajir, from what I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, and this is the first time Tobias has returned there since number 20, since the Hork-Bajir Chronicles.
Right. Yeah, and I mean the guy was just trying to get away from everything he was just going with. I mean, his girl seeing him eat roadkill, that's traumatizing. They're like, yeah,
Mhm.
we got a task for you. And all heck pursues ensues. But yeah, so I was actually just reviewing the book as well because I've read them all a long time ago, and let's see, the quote unquote cousin's name was Arya,
Yeah, the one
and
Visitor 3 is pretending to be.
right, man,
Yeah, Arya was supposedly in Africa doing some kind of like wildlife shoot or photography.
Yeah. And he's also the one who, in his Ariomorph, insists that the Hork-Bajir be treated a lot better, which
yeah,
is Paparina speculates that this is because it was in that era when we were trying to soften Visitor 3. We saw as more humble than you'd expect origins in the Hork-Bajir Chronicles. And it might
hmm,
have implied that there are things he's not a total bastard on. And then the Ghost Written era started, and that kind of was crashed to a halt.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, just have him be evil, and nothing else, basically.
right. Like I liked it. I feel like the whole disguise and the way he was acting was very, very stealthy. He was just because he's evil, but I like that sometimes he's evil with a brain and he's not just an idiot going
Yeah, because
around.
usually he's a buffoon who's very self sabotaging.
Yeah, his
Yes,
own ego
exactly.
gets in the way, and he trips
Right.
over it.
Shadow Wars promotes the idea that a Vader figure would promote efficiency. In real life, though, this is how it would go. It's Animorphs with its typical realism. A guy
Mhm.
who executes their subordinates at the tiniest provocation would inspire sloppiness and general fear. Like they don't tell him when they run across a supposed android bandit with Jake and the Tiger Morph at the mall in the David trilogy. So yeah, this is totally consistent to that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then I'm kind of blanking out. Did Tobias ever really remember his birthday? Was it officially the 25th?
I I don't think he actually remembers. I don't remember. I do
Mm.
know they give his last name, but it's covered up under
Yeah, I do.
underscores.
Now that I remember, I do remember him struggling to remember his birthday, and he's just like a few days off from it.
Yeah. I mean, I would have reacted the same way Marco did and like bust out laughing. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. He's been in that morph so long, he's forgetting his true self. And I mean, on that topic, would you guys still classify him as human or would you classify him as a hawk?
He is technically in a hawk's body, but he has a human mind. Very tricky.
Hmm, I think so.
It makes me now think of the "Am I a Man or Am I a Muppet" song.
What?
I don't like about this book is that we don't see the other's reaction to what Tobias learned. I imagine, like Paprina said, Marco would be the most skeptical,
Yeah.
and Axe and Tobias will be thrown into a way new kinship.
Hmm. Right. No, I think so. Like, I couldn't agree more. Maybe
Given
there's
how
some things that happen off screen though, but I mean off
given,
page. Hmm.
given how important the events of Fangor's life will be in number 26, the attack to Axe, it's
Hmm.
just really upsetting that we don't get to see Tobias tell him. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And Toby makes her first appearance since the Hork-Bajir Chronicles. So, hey, new character. And the most
Right.
important Hork-Bajir because she's a seer.
Hmm. Which is just slightly above average and smart. Well, not slightly above, but just very smart. A very smart Hork-Bajir.
You mentioned the
All right.
Hork-Bajir, so I have to do the song now. March, 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 marching Hork-Bajir.
Is that an actual song?
Oh, that's a song I made up. It's just when I imagine the Hork-Bajir in the book, I always imagine them marching, and that came into my head.
Makes sense. They're slaves, which is so sad.
One of the things I don't like about this book that isn't explained is Tobias is seeing from the point of view of his prey before he swoops in for the kill. It comes out of nowhere and it's not explained. I like to imagine it's the Elemist.
Yeah, there was something I remember that we theorized was the Elmas, and it must have been that.
It's like maybe it's the elements, but at the same time, I kind of had a theory that it was his empathy catching up in his hawk morph because those two things don't belong. And so maybe it's his, his human brain, although, albeit is trapped in a hawk's body, is trying to override his instincts,
Could
the hawk
be.
instincts. So I don't know. I was kind of thinking that, but yeah, it was never addressed, which is upsetting. I'd like to know what the heck was that. Maybe it's trauma.
I also like the dual nature aspect of this book. Tobias mentions outright, how can beings expected to get along with Orkbridger when they can't even handle some gay kid? That was actually pretty empowering.
Mm,
And this was like
right.
the late '90s. Remember?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sheesh.
Yeah. And I like how Tobias is during the attack to save Beck when Vista 3 recaptures him, that Tobias thinks he failed because he focused on the pain of Vista 3's acid morph
Hmm.
instead of shielding Beck. It's just he tends to throw himself pity parties.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like he, and in his human life, he was already a failure, in his eyes. The kid that was always bullied. And so now to slip up with something so big, I feel like it's warranted. It's like, I don't know. I wouldn't say depression, but it's like it's a lot. Jake in that situation would have probably just reacted with logic, but Tobias, I think it's showing more of a side that he's very extremely emotional, even
Well,
though
he
he
tries to
is.
hold on. He tries to hold on to his values. We saw this in number 19, the departure, because he doesn't get much of that in the animal kingdom.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I
He's
mean,
kind of like
for
Cassie in terms of emotional wishy-washiness.
yeah, no, definitely. Oh, I really like Tobias's character. I mean, he grew up in a broken home and everything, so I feel
He's,
like
he's like
he
Harry
turned.
Potter.
Oh, really? I haven't known. I haven't read. I don't read Harry Potter or watch or
Fair
whatever
enough.
it
But
is.
yeah, he's come from
Yeah,
a broken home.
yeah, and he's like already in that situation. Like you can't really hold on to emotions. He's literally already living in the animal kingdom in that broken home, like house to house. Nobody really wants him, so he's
Hmm.
just like just trying to survive, like just 100%. That's his only mode, survival mode. There's no okay, let's rest. It's survival mode at home, and then when he gets to school and gets bullied, it's survival mode at school. So I feel like him holding on to his empathy is actually really like strong. Usually people in those situations would just lose the emotions because that's what's making you weak at that point.
Well, he did for a while at the start. Then number 3, the encounter. For a while, he just fell right into it.
All right, yeah. Interesting. I like when they focus on the character instead of just the plot sometimes, but it furthers everything along.
Indeed, it does.
Yeah. And Tobias can at least take part in missions now, which is good. Though the population raised up 1 point. His human morph is likely not aging. It's stuck at 13. That is weird.
That
Yeah,
is
that's a little bit
surprising.
sad to think about.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that point. Yeah. Oh no, that's gonna be even more depressing. Seeing Rachel like get older and he's just 13 forever.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a Safeway or some grocery store in this book?
No, that's number 11, the Forgotten, the one that the bug fighter crashed in.
Mm.
Well, that's not what I mean. Like one of the characters was in a store briefly.
Oh, there was they were in it was 23 with the okay. They were in a I was just looking at it. Like a food place.
Yeah, because like with the Lawyer Place
Mm-hmm.
and wherever they were, it kind of gave the image of my hometown. Like the characters were literally in my hometown.
Yeah.
Tobias had to go to that final confrontation with Visitor 3 to have the reading of the will be done without any of the Animorphs there. They had to basically bust up that super weapon to successfully deflect him. I always thought it was stupid Visitor 3 didn't take the chance of infesting him because he's a potential security risk. And Visitor 3, I don't think is that versed on human culture enough to understand that a tough street kid wouldn't be believed.
Mm. Right. Yeah, no,
And if
he's
I remember
definitely not.
correctly, Tobias also had to like show no emotion so there wouldn't be a reaction.
Yeah, because he's so hawk-like, that was easy.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
He couldn't show emotion. He forgot. Yeah. But speaking of location, personally I think they're in Florida. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, well, it's still kind of ambiguous at the end of the series, but that's spoiler, so I'm not going to reveal it because Iron doesn't want to be spoiled. But they could be in Florida. I mean, it would explain why there's no winter even this late into the series.
True. It would explain why
kinda
Jake
makes
has
sense,
an
huh?
osprey morph, and he said it's a native bird because they're native to Florida. I don't know if they're native anywhere else. I just thought it was cool. I saw one of their nests outside of my job one time, but that's unrelated.
I mean, at this point, this series in universe has been going for a year. That was mentioned in number 18, the decision. So yeah, if there's no winter, that could be because they're near the tropics.
Mm-hmm. What do you explain why there's a lot of crazy people like the guy that hit the baby Hork-Bajir and just sold him for what, $15, $20?
Yeah, sitting there like in that cage.
My gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh. And all
So
the people
sad.
How about when they're tailing Arya to try and see if she's on the level before they know she's Visitor 3? And Tobias has a crazy plan to hop onto a cop car and it suddenly gets an alert and it's just blaring in their ears. And then he tries to hop a helicopter.
and then it was all for nothing.
Yeah, I agree with the popular speculation. Given that we know that Arya is Visser 3, that cop car could have been a controller who was sticking with him until an important call came in.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
That would explain why it stuck so close to Arya / Visser 3.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. All right.
So, final thoughts on this book. What do you think?
I mean, I think it was a good book. I liked how
I remember liking it now that it's coming back.
Yeah. It was funny, but it was also like I like seeing the emotions. I love when the characters go through their own little personal emotions, and Tobias struggling with those weird imagery flashes, and will there or won't there be someone who wants me type of thing. I really like that. I like drama. So I'd give it, I don't know, I'd say an 8 out of 10, only because they left things unanswered, and I don't like that. Like, what was the imagery? Why was he looking like? Why did he see himself as prey?
Oh, and how the Animorphs react to the big news. Yeah, that's another one.
Right. Yeah.
It's never resolved, Iron, throughout the rest of the series. They just learn it off screen. But it could be worse. It could be like some later books that have them escape off screen. Imagine cutting over an action sequence off screen.
Oh my gosh.
So, Iron, your thoughts on number 23, The Pretender?
Well, all the Tobias stuff that was interesting, and especially him learning his parentage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some good stuff.
Yeah.
My final thoughts. I'm going to end with a continuity error. Visor 3 recognizes Ket Halpak as Tobias' morph, yet he quote-unquote saw Ket Halpak die. So that's weird that he doesn't recognize that.
This guy, he probably don't give a dang. Like, they're all just slaves. He's probably just like...
You mentioned the morph name, the name of the morph that Tobias got it from, so he does recognize Ket Halpak.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know what be going on through this guy. The slug's head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. Like, can we even expect more from someone who still haven't realized that they're not Andalites yet?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen in number 4, his men have already realized it could be humans, but they're not going to try to convince him.
Right.
Yeah. I do like this book. It's not in my top 10, but maybe my top 20 would be. I don't know. I do like Tobias stuff, but I like the earlier Tobias stuff, I think, the best. Or the 33rd one, which we'll get to that in time.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay, so those seem like our final thoughts. So, number 24, The Suspicion, the very poorly named book. There's literally no suspicion in here at all. Mm-hmm. How does suspicion factor into little egotistical ant-men?
Now, Macrons.
I don't like them because they're so annoying.
They're so weird. It's like, we have a captain, but he's dead. That's so weird.
Just sitting in his dead little chair.
So who's really commanding the ship then?
They apparently have a hive mind. They're fungible, according to Mr. 3.
Yes. And don't forget sexes. Oh, wait, is that... Sorry.
Yeah, they are. They're a matriarchy that puts down the men.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Horribly sexist. Oh my gosh, so stupid.
I like how the Yerks know about them. Visor 3 recognizes them, but the Andalites don't know about them because
I actually did like the chase scene with the car and the ship. I imagine it happening that again in my own city. Down like Division Street.
Yet another reason Animorphs couldn't take place in an era of cell phones, because this is after work. Everyone got off work. They're driving home, and you see a guy hanging out in a limo, firing a gun at a toy ship that's flying. People would have cell phone pictures all over that today.
Right.
Yeah, it would be everywhere.
Oh my gosh. And why didn't Axe know about it? Was it just like it wasn't Andalite knowledge, or probably wasn't paying attention again?
It could be because he's young and didn't know, or it could be the Andalites don't know. The Kamacrons clearly know the Yerks, but they don't know about the Andalites, or they raid their home world for the morphing cube.
Right, that is true. Yeah,
I like this. Yeah, I like this is the first book to deal with the morphing cubes since the David trilogy. I do agree with the populator that there's better spots to hide it, like in the woods, with the
Yes.
tea, in the Horkbashir Valley, just anywhere except Cassie's dad's water pump.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
I remember they comment
Couldn't
about like,
agree
oh,
more.
the toy spaceship on there.
Though at least the funniest axe moment, in my opinion, that the second funniest. I am from Canada. I am Canadese.
Yes, no, I remember that. And there was a Babylon 5 reference in this book.
Yes.
Yeah.
They mentioned Babylon 5, Star Wars, Star Trek.
Because they were when they went to like the Goodwill or whatever.
To get the toy spaceship back that's one of the ships to the Helmacrons.
Yeah. And Jake really knows his ships. He was like, man, why we got this dweeb here? Out of all the freaking Goodwill associates we had to get, we got the guy that knows his stuff. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. And come on, I don't even know why Jake even mentioned that. He's the one that also knows his ships. He answered. He said the Romulan or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dweeb. But yeah, it's like I don't really okay. I like this book and hate this book. I don't like the Helmacrons because they're effing annoying. But I did like the fact that they were shrunk down. They made a whole Honey, I Shrunk the Animorphs reference, which was so funny.
Yeah,
Honey, I Shrunk the
that stuff
Kids.
was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I also love the chaos that happened in Cassie's barn.
Yes.
When they were so small and there was like all the dirt particles and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rachel almost squishing him with the brick before Jake saved the day.
I like at the ending when they morph anteaters. It probably validates Visitor 3's view that these are Andalites because, as racist as he is, he probably thinks only an Andalite could come up with a brilliant idea of morphing a new large creature so they're not shrunk anymore. And of course, it's an anteater, which makes me wonder: is the anteater Godzilla size now? Is it? Now that they're back to normal.
Right. Oh my goodness. Man, a lot was going on here. We had a beach scene in this book. We had Jake and Cassie being all lovey-dovey, kind of, awkwardly.
Yeah, I like that.
But Axe getting humbled to 1,000,000,000% because he thought that the Helmacrons would actually listen to reason, and they were like, "Whatever, we're still gonna."
I am not an inferior human. I am an Andalite.
He got so angry.
Yeah, there's more proof they don't know what the Andalites are. They know what he is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was really reckless, though. Why would you say that? But he was really angry. He wasn't thinking at all.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the idea that as a hive mind, the Helmacrons, when they die, lose nothing of value. So it's why they have dead leaders.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a death cult society.
Crazy.
Oh boy, it's making me think of how you can basically create like a death cult in the space game Stellaris for as a galactic civilization, or you can encounter a randomly generated one if you set everything to random.
Yeah, the Helmacrons are. They're meant to be so weird because they're ant creatures, but they have silver unisuits.
Huh.
They were sure something. And they thought they were so much bigger than they actually were. Oh, we are the masters of the galaxy. Tremble before us. Yeah.
How about when Cassie turns into a whale and Tobias turns into his human self so they can try and weigh down the ship?
Uh-huh.
And Marco's just riffing about how they hit maximum strangeness.
Definitely.
I
And
love how Axe isn't the only one shrunk. Even when the others are getting shrunk, he just dutifully flies to the zoo, to the gardens.
what else about this book?
Well, I have brought up to Iron that the Helmacrons come back. I haven't told him that much about the plot, but I have said this is the good Helmacron book. As sad as that is.
Oh gosh.
So I will
Okay.
hate the next time I see them.
It doesn't help that it's ghost written, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
probably isn't mishandled as well as it could have been. I do agree with the Popperian's view that this probably should take place before the David trilogy, but I'm still
Yeah.
fine where it is. There's still a lot darker stuff coming up where the Helmacron's reappearance just feels inappropriate.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I agree with that. Like I feel like they should have came before the David trilogy, but then again I was actually kind of happy about it because it's like one of those books where you kind of get a break
This is
from
my
all the
problem. Why
sadness.
does Cassie get the dumbest plots? She had a good book with the first one, I think number 4, The Message, and then number 9, The Secret, then
Mhm.
number 14. But number 19 was good, but 14 and 24. 29 is actually good though, but why does she get all the dumbest plots? She even has the buffer human. I don't mind spoiling that because it's so horrible.
Mhm. She even has the what?
The buffer human, remember?
No, you're gonna have to remind me. No, I don't remember.
Okay.
Dang it. Yeah, I don't want you to spoil too much, but yeah, no, I feel you. Maybe it's because her character is already so deep, so they don't want it to just be only one way with her and to like explore different facets of her personality.
Yeah, the next Cassie book will be loads better.
Yeah. Is that the kangaroo? The one with the kangaroo on the cover? What is
No,
that?
that's number 44.
Oh, I love that book. I'm sorry.
I actually have a soft spot for it. It's not flawless though. Yeah, but trying to think of something to talk about the Helmacron book isn't succeeding. Well, I suppose we could talk about it in relation to its place in the series. It's literally the last book before the Ghost Written era, the last one.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We were already there.
Yeah. And there is. I like Cassie's dad's reaction to Axe. He's like, I'm going to have to ask her about that one.
That one's a little bit strange, if you ask me.
I
Man,
mean, there is that dogfight when they were all birds, I guess, on the way to get the box. Actually, here's a good question. If the Helmacrons can detect the morphing energy, why didn't they come back earlier? At least you can imply with the ending of this book that they didn't come back because they're too busy fighting among themselves now. The MRAs are trying to fight for equality or to enslave the females, and they're resisting and stuff like that because of their nature as Helmacrons, and that's why they don't come back. But if they can come back, why didn't they do it beforehand? Why not next week?
Wait, it was breaking up a little bit on my end. If they can come back, why what?
I mean, why didn't they come back earlier if they know where the morphing cube is and can detect it?
you'd think they would try again, but you know, plot of the week thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like to give excuses. Maybe they found an actual, battery source or whatever they were looking for. Because they don't really know it as the morphing cube, right? They're just trying to get a source of energy. So maybe they just found something else with a better source of energy, and they're sticking to that.
Oh, there is something to discuss. The literally 10-second alliance between the Animorphs and the Yeerks and acts as seagull morph when they're flying to the gardens because of the Helmacrons. They just hate them that much.
Oh my gosh, right. I remember a visibly sour Visor 3. That made my day. But yeah, there's not much. It's just it's mainly like wild shenanigans.
Popcorn speculates this would have worked better as a graphic novel, and I agree. The visuals would have made it a lot more engaging.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when they describe scenes like Cassie being less than bite size and looking into
Seeing
Jake's eyes.
mitochondria and basically molecules as bags of jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot about that. That was such a cool scene.
And Marco goes, math class. No, not math class. What does he say? Some kind of class.
Yeah.
So health class. I think he says health class.
Mm.
So final thoughts on this book.
It's definitely not one of my favorites.
I sort of enjoyed the comedy that came with the Helmacrons from what I remember.
Yeah, the comedy was the comedy did help a bit. The oops. The comedy did help a bit. What else with this book? I don't know. I wouldn't rate it high. I don't really like the Helmacron books, but actually, I do agree with you. If it was a graphic novel, it would have been way higher in my list because I feel like it's something that you have to see to really get into.
Like a bullet the size of a tanker truck coming at you.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say this is better than some of the Ghost Written books. I would absolutely take this over number 28, The Experiment. It's a waste of an Axe book.
Mm.
But yeah, I would take it over some of the Ghost Written era books. Still, don't know how high the bar that is clear.
All I'll say is I can't wait till we get to the next Axe feeding frenzy.
Yeah, that could take a while, but it is going to happen, rest assured. And it will be with cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Yum, 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 yum.
Bit of a tease for the next book. It's fitting we were talking about winter earlier because next book, I'm just going to give a tease right now. The Animorphs go to the Arctic. And that's pretty damn horrible it shows how ill prepared they are because they have no cold weather morphs. None.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm now imagining this special Animorphs book called Visser 3 Steals Christmas.
Yeah, but
that would just be such a funny, goofy concept.
They should be prepared at all times. There's probably polar bears at the zoo, and yet they never got it.
No, I don't think they can keep polar. Oh wait, they can.
They do. They do here at the zoo. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, they should have been more prepared.
Yeah, they should have. Crazy. They just stick to very specific morphs and have a one morph Animorphs law kind of thing.
Right. I mean, who would have thought they'd? But who would have thought they'd go all the way out to Antarctica? Though? I mean, I can kind of get that.
Yeah, I won't say what they're doing there, but it is the first Ghost written book. At least it's written in such a way whereas you can't tell the difference between Kay Applegate's writing and this newcomer. So that's a plus. Good.
Yes, that's the book that I'm on with my sister right now. We're just finishing the last few pages of that book, and it's actually really good. Yeah, I can't tell the difference. You almost forget that there's a ghostwriter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then after that is number 26, The Attack, aka, I'm not going to spoil anything, my favorite book in the series. It's just so great.
Huh.
My favorite. It's
Ooh,
you could make the argument
that good. I can't wait to see it.
the ghost written book, and then you can make the argument that Kay Applegate wanted to create the best book possible before passing the reins off to the ghostwriters. I think.
Give it all her all she can. Before focusing on other things herself.
So, final thoughts overall before cut it up today.
Very, very strange book, but it could be fun.
Okay. But yeah, like there's most of Jake's books are really great. So yes, I'm also looking forward to book 26.
Oh, you're gonna love it again. It's my favorite.
Yes. My gosh. I can't wait. We're already almost there. That's crazy.
I don't know if you were here for Megamorph, so something I'm gonna bring in here is I'm really disappointed they can never morph T-Rexes again. Like seriously,
That would be so dope.
Yes.
They could.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because why wouldn't they be able to? They have the DNA.
it's just a cheat to be able to not use it in the present. Because Kay worried very rightly that they could go toe to toe with Vista 3's monster morphs then.
Yeah. Ugh. Come on, man. She should have figured it out. We should make a petition. Hey, redo these books. Come on, figure it out. But yeah, no, I'm really upset about that too. There's even this new dinosaur game coming out. It's probably not new, but there's more. It's resurfacing, and it really puts in perspective how scary the T-Rex is. And it would be so cool to have Vicer 3 see that and be like, okay, kind of impressed with Earth. I don't know. I want to one up the guy all the time because he's a jerky alien and
Yeah.
he has no rights, enslaving our freaking people. So, and it would have been so cool. Imagine the fight scenes, but no, gotta save it for the plot. Only that one book. That sucks because
So yep, those are our
literally,
next two. Number 25, The
Yeah.
Extreme, a Marco book, and number 26, The Attack, a Jake book.
I can go on a rant with that, but yeah, exactly.
Those promise to be very good.
Oh yes, can't wait. And
So is that it? Do you guys have any final ultimate thoughts?
Well, I
final
just
thoughts.
look forward to continuing this series. It's just good to get another episode recorded because it's been a while.
Yep.
Hopefully, I can get this up a lot, quicker than usual. Since
Yeah, we started this in 2021, reading Animorphs. It's his first time. Okay, so I guess we'll see you guys next time with number 25, The Extreme, and number 26, The Attack.
And we will see you then.
Looking forward to it. See you later, guys.
Catch you later.